rather, you know what I'm saying, side with, you know what I'm saying, with the devil than listen to Yahawah Sham Yahushua. And then you wonder why we're catching the hell that we're catching. Well, all questions that you have is in the scriptures. You know, you just need to search them out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
All right, hold on, I got something. Just like you were saying, what does that word mean again?
Accusing falsely, and as a metaphor by opposing the cause of the Most High, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him.
Woo! This is John 8:43. Why do ye not understand my speech, even because ye cannot hear my words? Verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. So they'll follow Esau.
Come.
They've been seduced to follow Esau, man.
Come.
That's why they act the way they act. You know?
Come.
That's why they act the way they act, because what it is just like say for instance you got parents to raise you a certain way and have morals and standards. You know, well, 2/3 of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, since they be in this condition and forsook the covenant of Yahawah Sham Yahushua, they have been raised by who? Esau. Okay, they've been raised by Esau, and so Esau has that influence on them. Okay, Esau has that influence on them to act like murderers. Okay, to act like liars, devilish. When it comes to the word of Yahawah Sham Yahushua, they don't want to hear it. Okay, and all these things was going to befall the children of Israel in these last days, and we in them right now. 66.6% of the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are truth breakers, are covenant breakers. Yeah.
They would rather choose to believe a lie over the truth. Because here you go, you got Issachar, you know, the so-called Mexicans. You sit there and you tell them, you know, hey, you know that you from the tribe of Issachar, you know, one of the tribes of Israel, you know, one of the sons of Jacob, and they would look at you like you crazy, you know. They would look at you like you crazy, but here it is, you telling them, you know, you're one of the chosen tribes, you know, of Yahawah Sham Yahushua, but then they would rather be Mexicans, they'd rather be fucking Spaniards, you know what I'm saying? And forgetting about what the Spaniards actually did to, you know what I'm saying, to our people.
Right. Yeah. This, I got another one. This 2 Timothy 3:7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, the reality of the scriptures, man. Why? Because they learn things from Esau, they learn things in the world, but they don't learn the true identity of who they are, because they are covenant breakers. They are liars. They influenced by the devil, which is the so-called white man, the red Hebrew Edomites, man. Okay? That's who they influenced by. But they learn things in the world, but not able to come to the knowledge of what? The truth, man. The truth of the Bible, man. Okay?
They'll sit here and follow Esau, you know what I'm saying, before even take heed to somebody that looks like them, you know, telling them that, you know, they're a great people.
Right.
You know, they would rather listen to Esau and let Esau basically treat them like shit, you know. So,
bottom line.
Hey, bottom line, man.
Yeah. They'd rather go to instead of going to Yahawah Sham Yahushua to get all the benefits and receive mercy, they'd rather go to the devil, the so-called white man, and get slaughtered and receive no mercy. Yeah.
All right, you go there, right?
incontinent.
Incontinent, and then the word incontinent is without, like you having without self-control. So incontinent means without self-control, having no morals, no self-control, knowing that what's right from wrong, and basically not doing it, you know.
Yeah, not applying.
Not applying it. Come. Go ahead, Ar.
Fierce.
Fierce is what is in a state of subjection, physically subdue, restrain, and behavior.
Despisers.
Despisers, which the word right there, despisers, opposite to goodness and good men. So so what's the opposite? Bad. Wicked.
Of those that are good.
And then the word, despise is look down upon, scorn, disdain, treat with contempt. So, all right. So we go back to going back to Genesis chapter 49, verse 2.
Yeah. So linking all them precepts up. And understand the meaning of the word, you come to find out that Israel was going to become ungodly.
Okay.
Linking them precepts up, Israel was going to forsake YAHAWASHI. Instead of them being, they were going to forsake YAHAWASHI in the covenant. Instead of them being separate from the world, they went into the world and forsook YAHAWASHI and started acting like the heathens, man.
Come. I think verse 4 is going to go a little bit more into that.
Okay, this is 2 Timothy 3 and 4. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of the Most High.
See? There you go.
All right, read that again.
This is 2 Timothy 3 and 4.
It's heady.
Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures, more than lovers of the Most High.
That's basically what what we're trying to say, in shorter words, just worried about themselves, when's their next, adventure, what type of vehicle they're gonna get next year,
Pleasing their carnal flesh.
Pleasing their carnal flesh.
Instead of walking in the spirit.
Come.
Yeah.
Alright, we can go back to
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 2. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel, your father.
And then right there on that verse right there, when he says, and the only reason I'm saying it just for edification, because like I said right now, we kind of we talking about Israel, but I got something to say to to Issachar. All right, and a lot of these words, are in the scriptures, and a lot of y'all, y'all go to these Catholic churches and Christianity, y'all go to all these things, man, but never crack the Bible open. All right, so a lot of these words, to us men out here, a lot of these words, are through studying and through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, we get to understand because we look them up. But half of y'all Issacharites don't even crack the Bible open. Okay, that y'all saying y'all are Catholics, Christians, and this and that, man, y'all lying. All right, and the word
devil.
exactly.
Yeah, being joining the Catholic Church. That's idol worship, and that's of Satan, man. You're not even supposed to be in there. This Salaki, I got one. This Jeremiah 7:4. Trust ye not in lying words, saying, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord are these. Them builders, man. You know, being Roman Catholic in them buildings, man. And then you Northern Kingdom piled up in them Roman Catholic Church. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, because what's coming out on the Roman Catholic Church is they pedophiles. Nothing but pedophiles, man. You know, have you guys forgotten about that? You know, and I'll say it in Spanish too. You know, se les han olvidado que lo que están haciendo los padres católicos. Now, in other words, have y'all forgotten what all these Catholic priests are doing to little children? I mean, have y'all forgotten that shit? So hearken, you know, the word hearken, you know, it means to hear, listen to, obey. And that's, you know, that's our forefather, that's Jacob basically telling us, Israel. Go ahead. Yeah, oh, and go ahead, bro. Oh, well, and then because I know Issachar, man. Yeah. Issachar will question anything and everything, man. They'll question the question mark. Yeah. All right. So when it says, you know, when he says Jacob, all right. Can you read it again now?
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 2. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel, your father.
So right there, you know, me knowing how Issachar is, man, they will look at that and say, well, it said Jacob. And why is it saying Israel, your father? So who is it? Because like I said, I know you. Y'all sit there and play games. All right? And Jacob, his name was changed to Israel. Okay? And that's in, we're going to get that scripture. It's Genesis chapter 32, verse 28.
This is Genesis chapter 32.
And we're just going to go straight to the point, you know.
Genesis 32 and 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with the Most High and with men, and hast prevailed.
So there you go. I mean, that's just going straight to the point. You know, if you actually read the story, you know, our forefather Jacob was wrestling an angel. Yeah. You know, but that's just going straight to the point. If you don't believe me, shit, grab your Bible. You know, I mean, y'all got them right. Go to Genesis chapter 32, verse 28.
Yeah, and when you go into the Hebrew about Jacob, it's a Hebrew word, YAHAWAH, which means supplant. When you go into the word Israel, it's YAHAWAH. He is a prince of power. That's what it is in the Hebrew. Israel is YAHAWAH, okay? And it means he is a prince of power in the Hebrew, okay? That's what it means. And the angel gave him that blessing because Jacob would prevail over men, man. Okay? He prevailed over that angel, okay? He prevailed over that angel, and he will prevail over men, man. Okay?
The water. So all right, we can go back to
oh, and that's in the Josephus too. He will prevail over men. You need to read the Josephus to get that.
We can go back to Genesis.
Okay,
and then so right now, all right. No. We're just gonna go to 2. All right, and then we're gonna jump. So now we're gonna jump to Genesis chapter 49, verse 14.
This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass.
So here we go. You know, this is you know, our forefather Jacob. You know, speaking to Issachar, which in the Hebrew is Yashakar. Okay, and it means he is hired. All right, and right there where it says you will be a strong ass, you know, in other words, you know, you're gonna be a strong worker. And what is the so-called Mexican known for? Working hard, you know, taking on tasks, you know, that don't nobody else want. You know what I'm saying? You know, especially Esau, you know, he don't want nothing to do with it.
Nah,
But
not no hard labor.
nah, not no hard labor.
No hard labor, man. Nah. And Issachar's spirit so cold, working hard, man. You would give them a deadline, and they would cut corners and finish it and get it done, man.
Because it's
That's how hard they work,
hey,
man.
it's a challenge. Because it's almost, cause see when I first came into the truth, I didn't understand why I would get so pumped when I would get to working hard. You know, like it's like in the spirit, man. It just feels normal.
Yeah, a burst of energy.
Yeah, it's like a burst of energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When everybody starts to, you know what I'm saying? I guess get tired. To me, it's like a booster. Like shit, bring some more.